Okay, we're back. Sorry about the computer glitch. But anyway, so we were just telling you about Bangladesh and our benevolent experiences and how warming, heartwarming. You know, we learned firsthand that the giver always receives more than the receiver. And what it does for your character and your heart. And I just think, you know, the benevolent piece of the human being is an important piece. And what a better way to reach out through iHub and the vacation with a purpose. This is the Viva Kids, and this is the nonprofit that Rick started so many years ago. It is woven into 1% of everything that the iHub does goes to the Viva Kids. And the vacation with the purpose coming up here in April, like next couple of weeks, we got to go. Come with us, guys. You'll not only experience what we're talking about, that benevolent component, but you're also going to meet some phenomenal people. Get to spend a week with the CEO, see his heart. Get to spend a week with other people, other leaders in the company that are going. And it's well worth the experience, I can assure you. Okay. So that's that. As I mentioned earlier, you don't want to miss these Zooms, especially Thursday night. And, you know, Zoom at noon, we record and put up. So if you can't make it, I get it. But you certainly want to go back here. There's a link at the very, very top right here. It says looking for Zoom at noon replays. Click right there and watch them. Okay. And that's cool stuff. So now let's get into food money versus fortune money. Mary Kay and I are talking this morning about this. So you represent company A. And company A says, Mary Kay, if you'll go to the marketplace and you'll represent me and you put together a contract so that my product or service becomes sold by company B, I'll pay you a commission. And that might be $100, or it might be $100,000. It depends on the size of the deal, right? But you're a representative of company A. You go out there and represent, you put together a deal, and company A pays you for putting together the deal. That's called food money, because you got that money for transacting, creating business for company A one time. They pay you one time. They pay you X amount. You guys pre-negotiate that up front. You get paid one time. And that's food money. You can buy a hamburger with that. But it will eventually go away. If it's $100,000, it's still going to get spent. It might be a million. I mean, guys put together deals and they get millions of dollars in commissions, right? But it's still just one time, boom, deposit. And some people are saying, well, Sean, if I get $1 million, I'm done. Okay, well, it might be. But here's the truth. It's still one-time money. I call it food money. Fortune money works completely different. Fortune money says, okay, you represent company A's product or service, and I go to Mary Kay's company, Amish Butterfly Products, whatever, and I say, hey, we got this, and this would work great, and we put together with Mary Kay company B a deal. Now, company A says, or you negotiate with company A, if I put this deal together with company B, Mary Kay's company, I don't just want food money. I want fortune money as well. Maybe a combination of both. But I certainly would work for fortune money. If that was the only thing I could get, I'd take that over food money every time. Because here's why. Fortune money says this: for every product sold, for every code downloaded, for every transaction, for every thing that happens that company A offers, I get a small piece of it forever. So that means every time someone downloads this thing or buys this product or does this or pays that subscription, I get a small piece of it. Now that's how the affluent think. And that's the entire way our industry is designed. That's what iHub is all about. iHub is saying to you, you hook up these hotspots, we're going to give you a little piece of all of them. Right? And then they refer and they get their 6-packs, and those 6-packs are going to roll up. You're going to get paid on them too. It's the difference between food money and fortune money. You create a fortune with the residual income. That's the money that will pay you and pay you and pay you, right? So that's what we're talking about. Now, one that just dropped that thought in your ear, because it's really smart business to participate in iHub and models like iHub, okay? Now, I wanted to give you this before we go. This is exactly one of the emails that we use. We call it a play one, okay? And you can see these links down here at the bottom. And one of them is whatisHeliumsystems.com. The other one is myihub.info. We're using just these two videos, okay? And I can't begin it. 70% results is pretty impressive. I said earlier that numbers don't lie. There's no emotion in numbers if the math is done correctly. And that's why we like looking at the results, because these words could be any words. We can type any words into this email, but this is refined, and then we're giving it to you today. You don't have to go through the hundreds of emails trying and testing and playing with words to see if it works. I'm a wordsmith. Mary Kay checks my words, and that comment, except for the @ sign, Reem has to check those words. But really, guys, this right here, you send out 5 to 10 of these each day, you're going to start seeing some results in your iHub business. You can start earning 5, 10, 15%, okay, on these other hotspots. This is easy stuff. And when they send us back their address, we use our proprietary software. I guess I should read this for the recording. Every once in a while, advancement in technology changes the game forever. Examples, right? The oil lantern business was replaced with electricity. The horse and buggy business was replaced with automobiles, right? And dial-up phones / long distance charges were replaced with cellular. Very important note. History shows, and guys, think about it. A major transfer occurs with each major shift. Everyone, you know what that means. You got those examples. You figured it out. Most of you lived through it in some way. The 2 short videos below describe the next major shift and how you can benefit. Now, that's going to make me watch those videos if I get this email. Okay. And then after you watch it, reply with your address. Now, this is really important, guys, because we're not going after people anymore. This relaxes that real tense situation where you're trying to recruit someone. Right? No more recruiting. We haven't recruited one person in iHub, have we?
No.
What are you giggling about, Mary Kay?
Well, I like what Byron said last week again.
What?
Point and share.
Point and share. Yeah,
point
right,
and
right.
right.
That's right.
And share
That's
the
right.
videos.
Share the videos. Let the videos do the talking. 2 minutes and 57 seconds, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Boom, done and done. If they don't come back with their address after watching those 2 videos, niche them, baby, move on. Next.
Right.
Don't worry about it. Their life hasn't brought them to the point where they either get it or they even care. They're probably caught up in chasing food dollars right now, and they don't even know what fortune money's about. And they don't want to know because they've been brainwashed that it's admirable to, well, it is admirable. It is admirable to earn food money and keep your family alive in it, but that's there's more to life than that for sure. Right. Okay. But anyway, you all know where I'm going. So this is it. This is what I do. Now, Mary Kay, as I alluded to in the beginning of all this, the little actress in the Helium video is known as the Glad You Asked girl now. So it's the Glad You Asked video. Mary Kay started talking about, can I just ask you a question? And that's what she does when she's talking to people. You mind if I ask you a question? And she did that at our launch in November in Vegas. She just stood up. What'd you ask everybody? Something about $18, $20?
Right, no. Well, if you give me $20 and I give you back 40, how many times would you do that?
Boom, done. I said, you don't need to say nothing else. Okay, so let's talk about this one. So here's the next one. here's the next, let me ask you a question. She sent me this and I thought, man, that's perfect. So now thinking about travel, right? We just talked about what we're using to do our iHub deployments, right? Now talk to Mary Kay about what's happening in the travel world. So just think about this logic here. I thought it was awesome.
And I'll read this one for.
Yeah,
for
go
the
ahead.
Purpose also.
Yeah.
So I'll just ask them, let me ask you a question. What if the next time you booked a hotel room, rented a car, or even booked a cruise and a flight? Then an offer pops up, or the agent said for an additional $39.99, we will reduce your charges by 100 or 200 or 500 or even thousands, perhaps, depending on what you book. And then the agent went on to say, there's no gimmicks. And we have a closed platform that you can use to save hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on your bookings. That's where you can save 200, 500, or even thousands. This is not open to the general public. It is a private community and only available to its members. So the question is, would you pay $39.99 to save hundreds or thousands while booking your next vacation or business trip?
Boom.
And if they hesitate,
Next.
it's just like, tell me yes, tell me no, tell me quick, I gotta go. It's not, I'm not gonna convince anyone. If you don't travel, someone that travels. And it's an awesome, awesome plan.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just.
So we'll just go back to them later. So they're either excited or they're not.
That's right. But I mean, with your idea of the booking agent, or if you're online booking it and a pop-up comes up and it says this,
right?
I would bet you the close ratio on that would be like up around 80%. Who wouldn't give $39.99 to save hundreds, even on that particular booking, let alone having the ability to have your own portal after that to continue to save bookings?
Right.
Guys, it just makes too much sense. And this is awesome stuff, Mary Kay. Awesome. So, we just wanted to share these two emails and thoughts of what we're doing and how we're doing it to help you. And hopefully that helps. So that's our little education component at the end of our opportunity meeting today. We really appreciate everybody for dialing in. We went a little longer than usual, but I think this might help you. And I think that if you use these things, you'll start seeing some of the results we're seeing. What we did back here is exactly what we just did yesterday. Setting the videos last night. This morning we woke up, we sent him the assessment right after that. And this morning we woke up, he accepted the assessment and he wants to put 3 hotspots in, two in different locations and one in his business he's building. All right. So it's called consistent effort brings consistent results, but it doesn't always bring success. Not everybody's always ready, but you're still going to have people to talk to. And I'm going to go ahead.
One more thing that may help is when you're approaching somebody or asking them these questions, you can let them know up front, look, I'm not here to recruit you. All I'm interested in is your address.
Yeah, when it comes to hotspots,
Yes,
right?
when it
That's
comes to
right.
hotspots on the addresses, right?
Right, yeah, absolutely. We've been very successful of that paradigm, using that paradigm shift. It's like usually you're getting sold, somebody's selling you something, right. Somebody's persuading you, recruiting you. The power of persuasion. I've read those books. I mean, it's all valuable stuff. Jim Rohn says learning sales is one of the best things you can do to create a fortune in you and your family. But this is so different because all we're looking for is digital assets. Right. We're looking for digital addresses. Now, the reason it's important to communicate that, I have found, and I think you have too, is when you speak to a person subconsciously, they may not even realize they're doing it, but what you do to them, how you speak to them, how you approach them, they realize eventually, if they don't think about it immediately, what you're doing to me is what I have to do to, or how you're speaking to me is how I have to speak to others. Right. And if what you're doing to bring them to full circle is uncomfortable for them, they certainly won't duplicate. They won't expand. So you got to be real careful to keep your personality out of it. Anybody can send out that email we just showed you 10 times a day. If you want to, and you're driven hard enough, you can do it 10 times a day. Some people will buy email list and they'll do a blast and send it out to thousands of people. Be careful, because you can get inundated here real quick. You just got to get in the rhythm of 4 or 5 a day, 10 a day, and then duplicate that. And your team will expand and grow, and you'll be creating a fortune for yourself, you and your family with iHub, right? I mean, it's just amazing. So I'm going to finish with this. Follow up Fridays. That's why I love Fridays, because we work all week sending out emails, getting stuff together, getting people in the loop. And then Friday is our drill down day. We want to make sure we get a hold of everybody on Friday or Friday evening. And sometimes that's not the best. Sometimes, in the past anyway, late Sunday evening is the best time to follow up as well. I'm going to give you that tip, because you know why? Tomorrow's that dreaded Monday. Back to the job, back to the prison, back to the, oh man, there's some statistics that said that, well, I don't remember it exactly, but I forget the numbers, but people would rather die than go to work on their jobs. I'm serious, because it was a statistic that showed the most heart attacks happen on Monday morning. So it's like, I want to just die before I go this job again, but maybe not. I don't think it's intentional, but it is an actual statistic. I just don't remember the numbers. So anyway, anything else, Mary Kay?
No.
Guys, we appreciate each and every one of you. Let me stop recording, and we'll just hang on a second here.